Here we go. All right, Bill and Susan, thanks for being here today. I just have 5 questions on how you see life. So the first question is, how did the world come to be in the beginning? Like, why is it here?
A collection of gases got together.
Okay.
In my opinion.
Okay.
It is a natural process.
How did that process begin?
Big Bang, we're part.
Okay.
Part of the dust.
Okay. All right. Are we more than dust, or are we just dust?
We're just a very small part of a collection of dust.
Okay.
We're
Next. Advanced dust. Okay. All right. The next question is, why is there so much suffering in our world?
Unequal distribution of wealth.
Okay. So if we had equal distribution, our problems would be solved?
Somewhat, but there's always going to be problems
And
in
the
our
other
world.
thing, of course, is that whether you like it or not, a lot of it is religion-based.
Okay.
You have a clash of religions all over the world.
Okay. Yeah. All right. The next question is, how do we solve it? How do we solve that greed, the inequality, and the religious battles?
We're never going to solve it. We're going to end up like the dinosaurs. We're going to disappear, and the next phase of the Earth will carry on.
Okay, so we might as well not even try.
We've got any chance of improving the situation, but we're not going to. We've got more arguing and scrapping in the world at the moment. We've got conflict in every continent.
However, there is one tiny ray of sunshine. If I was Jacinda Adern, I would say by being kind.
Okay.
Being kind goes a long way to being a better human being, and other people bounce off
Unlike
kindness.
Judith Collins, who's a dropkick.
Okay. So how do we get everyone to be kind?
Well, if you do something kind for someone, they will remember it. And they will think, in quiet times, they will think, I should have done something for another person who had the same problem, but I didn't.
We're not religiously minded at all. But the old saying, do unto others as you would have them do unto you.
Okay.
And that's a pretty good way to start.
That's what we think anyway.
Okay.
Do you tell us what you think?
I will. I would love to. Let me ask you a couple more questions. What is going to happen to humanity?
It'll plays out. In the history of the Earth, which might be this long, the human involvement on the Earth is very small. Just a hair piece in that great life of the planet.
Yeah.
The planet has been here for 4.5 billion years. It'll be here for another 4.5 billion. But humanity won't.
Okay.
Our time on Earth is covered.
Okay. Would you agree with that?
I agree with that because things will happen in reverse from what actually formed our planet or our planetary system, and we'll go back to that.
Besides, we're overpopulated.
The circle of life is indeed round.
And the world's lost reality when it comes to the environment, so we're no longer looking after it.
Okay. So let's go to a more personal question. What will happen to us when we die?
In my case, in the fire and into the dust over the ground.
What about your soul or your...
No, I'm not interested in that. And I'm not interested in the afterlife. As I say, we're not religious in any way.
Okay. Would you agree with
I
that?
concur.
Okay. All right. A concurrence.
So we're gone, we're finished.
So what's the point? If we came here by accident from a big bang, and if we're here just a little short time, why? What's the
But no
purpose?
one knows the answer to that question. Some people pretend that they know, and they're usually based on religious beliefs, which they're entitled to, but no one knows. So to spuriously make a stab in the dark and say, well, this and that is going to happen, it's just not PC.
Not politically correct.
No. Or not evidentially correct.
Okay. All right.
You cannot tell. No one can tell.
To answer your question, really, humanity has started the clock to destroying itself. And it's not that far away. I won't be here to see it, nor will you. But our great-great-grandchildren might be.
Okay.
All right?
Do you have children and grandchildren yourself? Okay. Okay. Now you asked if we could share what we think on these same
just
questions.
in 2 minutes, because we've got
Yeah, absolutely.
we're currently overdue on.
Okay.
So provide us with
Well,
a
let's
lot.
hope.
And
Let's
because
hope.
the love around here is so great, we'll have a ticket there.
So, as Christians, we believe that those 5 or 6 questions that I just asked are best answered from the Christian biblical worldview. If we go back to the first question, it's how did the world begin? The Bible says that in the beginning, God created.
No, well, I don't go
But
for
look, what
heavens
about
and the earth.
Islamic and Hindu and any other major religions of the world?
They've been
They
fighting
cannot
for years.
agree with you. Christian
No.
is not the only
Well,
religion.
the religious factions have been scrapping and chopping each other's heads off ever since life began.
True.
It's never stopped.
Have you ever been to a together meeting with Christians in the room and about 5 or 6 other major
Islam,
world
typically.
religions?
To worship together, do you
No,
mean?
to
Just a
exchange
dialogue.
ideas,
Yeah.
Oh.
ideas, and just like you were asking us.
I do this every week. So I talk. We're not all together in one room, but I talk with all sorts of people out here every week in a very respectful way. It's amazing how much we agree upon, actually.
Yeah, well, we've lost
So,
interest in that.
We
We don't think that's the answer.
we are older than you, and we have come through some big battles in life,
Mm.
as
We've
everybody
been there, done
does.
that.
And
right?
we've learned a few things as well, and so we now feel that we don't know everything, and there's a lot more to learn, but we cannot take one particular religion and say Christian. It's because we have been brought up
Christian, right?
but the way you are brought up is not always the way.
True.
And I don't want an answer to this, but you go back through history, there have been more people killed over religious scraps than anything else. Now you go right back as far as you like. Medieval times, the battle between the Catholics, the Protestants, Islam, the Christians, you name it.
Yeah.
And it's never stopped getting worse.
You
We have to go.
Yeah.
Nice talk.
Nice talk.
What are your names?
Bill and Sue.
Bill and
All right.
Susan.
Thank you. See ya. Okay. Bye.